Hello everyone, Crayfish Chris, also known as Chris here, giving you LOTC in a minute. Sorta. Today we'll be covering the topic of the Fringe War. I have no doubt that it'll be over a minute, so I'm gonna try and be as fast as humanly possible. So, LOTC in a reasonable amount of time. Yeah, that works. Ready? Begin. The war's primary cause was when Oran forces chose to attack the elven nation known as Conclave. Now, as you can imagine, a battle began between both the Orenians and the Conclavians, with the orcs assisting the elven forces to beat back the humans. After this engagement, attempts to make peace were made. However, they were rendered futile as Oran claimed it had attacked in response to what was called the Teutonic Conspiracy, a supposed plot where former Hawkmeister Murtok of the Teutonic Order planned to take over Anthos. When the Fringe was discovered in 1452, tensions continued to rise as border disputes began in the cramped habitable area of the new land. An armed conflict broke out between the dwarves and the Kingdom of Oran. Orcs continued to raid Orenian settlements under the pretext of avenging the Battle of Conclave. But then, the Treaty of Zion was signed by Urguan, Krugmar, and Conclave in an attempt to create a defensive alliance whose purpose would be to prevent further hostilities from Oran. Armed Orenians then attempted to assassinate Dwarven lords trying to sue for peace, and this caused Grand King Wulfgar to launch an attack upon the Oran capital of Vikara, driving the defenders back into the inner keep. King Heinrich Carrion sued for peace with the orcs and dwarves. However, he still insisted that the Teutonic Conspiracy was real. Grand King Wulfgar offered Heinrich an ultimatum. If King Heinrich stepped down from the throne, he would not attack. King Heinrich refused, and Wulfgar declared war on Oran. The members of the Treaty of Zion joined Dwarven forces looking to dethrone Heinrich. The only nation that remained officially neutral was the high elven city of Tansiol. During the time of the war, there were many small, unofficial battles that took place, ranging from 5,000 to 30,000 soldiers. Oftentimes, the Kingdom of Oran would send raiding parties to the dwarves' capital of Cal Archon, and one of their military forces that sat near the border of the Dwarven and Oran lands. Then, the dwarves would hold out, launching counterattacks that were eventually also repelled. This went on for some time as attacks were constant on both Cal Archon and Vikara, both sides achieving numerous victories and defeats. However, the Kingdom of Oran emerged victorious on the large battles, the human nation achieving a unity that the Zionist forces could not, and thus were able to hold them off for a very long while. The pivotal battle in this war was when the combined might of the Zionist forces and the Oran forces met in the battlefield. In total, approximately 70,000 troops were on the Orenian side and 150,000 on the Zionist side. This was the largest battle the Fringe had ever experienced. The Zionists emerged victorious, and King Heinrich was slain in a volley of arrows. Wulfgar declared a truce between Urguan and Oran, and the conflict nearly halted. But there was more to this than just battles, for the consequences of this war were many. In the next episode, we'll be talking about the Oran Civil War and how it was resolved.